Evil Elspeth is best Elspeth. Elspeth von Draken's Wissenland faction is powered by schematics. When fighting a battle, Elspeth's gunpowder units use the enemy for target practice. You get one schematic for every 20 gold value worth of enemy units that you destroy with your gunpowder units. Only damage caused by gunpowder units, not heroes, in your main army counts. You can then use those schematics to unlock bonuses and units in the Imperial Gunnery School. Note, this is gold value, not how many individual soldiers your gunpowder units kill. So make sure that you shoot the enemy lords and other high value targets with your gunnery units so that you can get the maximum number of schematics. Now, target practice will not give you a huge amount of schematics, except for in the very largest battles. However, if you fight a faction that uses gunpowder weapons, in addition to the target practice schematics from the battle, after the battle, you get one schematic for every single captive taken. Unlike target practice schematics based on damage, this is per soldier captured. Every single enemy that's killed while they're routing or terror routing or after the battle is finished equals +1 captive and +1 schematic if the enemy faction has access to gunpowder units. It doesn't matter whether the unit you kill has gunpowder weapons, as long as the faction has access to gunpowder units. After conquering Wissenland and Solent, good Elspeth can head south and attack Scragg's barbaric ogres if you want to get some extra schematics. His faction can use gunpowder, so you'll get schematics for every single captive, even if they're just noblars. But getting to Scragg requires some travel, and it's sort of inconvenient. If you don't mind being a little bit evil, the dwarfs also use gunpowder, and they have settlement right next to Solent. An unprovoked attack on Carrickherne would be quicker and more convenient, and it would yield schematics from captives. However, dwarfs are tough. They're not very numerous, they have smaller unit sizes, which means less captives, and they have annoyingly high leadership, leading to most of them fighting to the death instead of becoming captives. There is, however, another race that's weak, cowardly, numerous, and extremely conveniently located. Humans. That's right. If you're happy scraping together what few schematics you can find as good Elspeth, defender of the Empire, that's fine. Good for you. But if you want all the schematics and you want them right now, then evil Elspeth is best Elspeth. Have your witch hunter declare Averland Hereticus, then strike Averheim quickly. You'll get schematics not just from target practice, from the gold damage done during the battle, but when you occupy, you'll also get one schematic for every enemy that you captured during the battle. So run down as many routers as you can. Field battles versus gunpowder factions also give you one schematic for every enemy captured. I'm just auto-resolving these battles for demonstration purposes, and we're getting quite a lot of schematics from damage and quite a lot from captives. But if you fight these battles manually and only kill with your gunpowder units and make sure you run down every single router, large battles with a lot of infantry can give you thousands of schematics from a single battle. In this battle, most of the enemy were Skaven slaves worth very little gold value, so we didn't get many schematics from target practice. But by capturing every single Skaven slave I possibly could, we got 3,726 captives, which translates into 3,726 schematics. You can make a very large amount of schematics very early in the game and fairly easily by preying on the helpless Empire factions. Occupy most of their settlements, capture as many as you can, and then they'll usually happily make peace with you. You can sell them back their original settlements for thousands of gold and give them 10 turns to build up again before you farm them all over again. If you don't want to play evil Elspeth, just focus on gunpowder using factions like Ogres, Skaven, Pirate Coast, Empire, Chaos Dwarfs, Kislev, and ensure that you're taking as many captives as you possibly can, and you'll get thousands of schematics from that as well. But if you want the ability to really farm unlimited schematics, you can actually farm Elspeth's quest battle. A fairly strong army to farm the quest battle with. I'm using a very elite army with 8 of the Amethyst Outriders. You can normally only have 5 Amethyst units, but if you have Elspeth in the army and you have this technology researched, then you can have 3 extra Amethyst units in the faction leader's army only. All your other armies can have a maximum of 5. I've actually got 2 armies that are viable for farming this quest battle. This one's also got 8 Amethyst units. How we did that is by respecking Elspeth and then making her the general of this army, then putting 8 units in, then respecking her and moving her into this army so we can put 8 units in this. Once she's no longer the general, if you moved any of these units out, you wouldn't be able to get them back in, but as long as you leave the 8 units in there, you can keep putting 8 units in all of your armies by moving Elspeth around one at a time. Once you've got a decent army assembled, you can either walk to the quest location or you can just teleport from wherever you are. Now I'll just run through the actual battle, what you can expect, and how you can farm it endlessly for infinite schematics. The reason why Elspeth's quest battle, Death's Timekeeper, is so good for farming schematics is because of the high gold value of all of the units in the battle. When you're doing a quest battle, normally, if it was against a gunpowder faction, you could capture a lot of the enemies and then you would get extra schematics after the battle for that. But if you want to farm a quest battle over and over again, you have to make sure that you lose the battle. And if you lose the battle, then you don't get any schematics from captures. So basically we're only looking for schematics that we can get purely from damage dealt in terms of gold value. So we want lots of high gold value enemies that we can kill with our gunpowder units. This battle has these 3 lords plus 2 heroes plus 2 giants plus 2 hell cannons. It has chosen and other elite infantry, and it also has 4 greater demons, and we'll destroy as much of that as possible to get the maximum amount of schematics from the battle. There's different ways to approach it, but I'll just show you how I do it with this setup. I split up my outriders into 2 groups, and I group my cannon and my hellstorm together in a group. Have a mortar separately. You could do different variations. You could probably get rid of the mortar and replace it with an extra handgunner. Honestly, there's probably lots of different versions of this that you could make work. But this is just one way you can do it. Elspeth's got a heap of buffs that she can use to help her tank, and also so that she can use her coruscating blast without using the cooldown. I've got some heroes here that I'm going to use to tank and debuff enemies as they come in. Starting off, I'm grouping the cannon, hellstorm, and Elspeth into a single group, and I'm going to attack that hellstorm so we can take that out quickly and it won't be able to damage too many of our units.
Vapors in the air. Let us ensure
I'm using Elspeth to make sure that we kill this really fast, but I actually want to do as much damage as I can with my gunpowder units because Elspeth damage doesn't earn me schematics. We use a coruscating blast, but we'll cancel it by using another ability. The coruscating blast still goes off, and that destroys the actual hell cannon, even though the unit still survives. Send her over to attack the other one. We'll use our grenadiers to destroy some of this infantry on the sides while we're waiting. Yep, still destroying that. Our cannon has monstrous impact, so we can use that on this giant to slow his movement down. Use another coruscating blast to take out this hell cannon. Cancel it so it doesn't use any charges, but the coruscating blast still goes off. Right. Get our handgunners to take out these giants. Nearly destroyed all those infantry. Our outriders also have disorientated, which reduces speed by 30%, so we can further slow the giant by popping that on there.
The Empire endures. Yes, quickly.
Bring these outriders back over here. If you need any help killing any of the single entities, you can use accusation from the witch hunter. It's not really necessary though. You could probably reduce this number of heroes down and have more handgunners if you wanted to. Dealer's choice. I find it's useful having a couple of tanking heroes though, just in case. Okay, now we've got some Furies coming in.
Ready to fire.
And it's going to be hard to keep the Furies entirely away from our outriders. Turn off your heroes fire at will so they don't, because anything that your heroes kill does not give you schematics. Try and block the Furies. Okay. Right. We'll melee the Furies with our, once they land, with our handgunners, with our outriders, sorry. Keep them away from our handgunners. These guys are actually not too bad in melee. I mean, they're not great, but they're okay. And we can also use debuffs from Elspeth to make sure that the Furies don't do too much damage to them. Keep our outriders working, get rid of all this infantry.
Ready for war!
Now these sacrifices are going to keep happening. They're summoning some more Furies over there.
Hand gunners! At speed!
They walk beneath our shadow.
Try and block him with Elspeth.
Slay the heretics!
Handgunner should be able to handle those ones. Get another volley in. We'll melee these ones with the help of Elspeth's debuffs.
Yes!
Gotta wait for him to land before they can melee. There they go. Elspeth can buff our troops.
Hand gunners!
Alright, now we've got Daemon summoning. Demons.
Lingering!
Elspeth von
There's a Greater Demon of Khorne coming in. Use the cannon to slow him.
Crank that machine!
Handgunners are going to be the main single target damage dealer.
Moving!
to the skies!
Yeah, we'll use our accusation on this guy. Get rid of some armor and physical resistance. Handgunner should just delete this Greater Demon of Khorne. Blap. Get rid of the infantry with the Outriders.
Hand gunners! We serve the Emperor! Moving out!
Another single target. Get rid of this hero with the handgunners. All this damage that we're doing with our gunpowder units is giving us more schematics. So trying not to kill anything with Elspeth, trying not to kill anything with the heroes. Every other unit gives us schematic from damage.
Conditions
Get these gunners ready because there's going to be a Slaneshi Greater Demon, Keeper of Secrets, coming out of here. Just got to wait for these Empire troops here to be sacrificed. Poor guys. Even though these are technically mortal troops, they seem to melt in this battle for some reason. So try and, like, after they rout, try and kill as many as you can before they disappear. Alright, while we're waiting, we can go up and kill some more infantry. Okay, here comes the Greater Demon. We can start shooting with a cannon to slow it down a little bit.
Targets! By Galmaraz!
Spread your wings!
Oh, okay, we got more Furies.
Our weapons are yours!
Wizardess of Nuln.
Which
So this is where the heroes can come in handy to tank just in case they get through.
prepare for combat!
That's right, we've got it down just in time.
That's right!
Okay, I'll land Elspeth so that we can get these Furies to land. Nope, apparently not.
Hand gunners!
Okay, here we go. There you get Elspeth to come in and debuff. Warrior Priest can come in and pop down some buffs as well. You can also buff the melee ability. Buffing the melee ability of the Outrider is just fine because the Outriders will still get schematics if they do damage in melee.
Take position!
As long as it's a gunpowder unit, doesn't matter whether you shoot them or melee them. Get the Warrior Priest out so he doesn't do too much damage.
Away, General! Spot us the target! Go!
Friendly fire is a big problem. We just shot some of our Outriders with our handgunners.
Ready for war!
Over hero cleaning up some more infantry. Yeah, just try and get all these as they route. Try to keep shooting them so that you can kill them before they disintegrate. All right, we go up and start cleaning out some more of this infantry. More greater demons will be coming soon. Nurgle greater demon, Zeech greater demon. We get our handgunners ready to shoot this greater demon of Zeech.
Fighting range, sir. Take the ground.
And accusation on him again, and remove his armor. Comes the handgunners. He doesn't seem to want to die, even after the accusation stripped his armor, physical resist, and missile resist.
Elspeth von Draken.
Alright, we got him.
Take position.
Just killing that Lord. We'll take him down with the handgunners. I mean with the outrunners.
Awaiting orders. To battle.
Take the Zeech Lord.
Loaded, sir.
Outrunners can keep taking out the infantry. We can actually use our Hellstorm. I turned off the Hellstorm earlier to reduce the friendly fire.
For Heldenhammer.
Yeah, some of these are like melting, even though they haven't, because they're routing, their health is just going away for no reason.
Elspeth von
So try and kill them as much as we can before that happens. We'll hold off killing the greater demon of Nurgle as long as we can. Try and clean up the rest of this infantry first. We're still shooting with the cannon to slow him down, and we'll shoot him with one unit of grenadiers just to keep him slowed, so he won't move until we're ready for him. All right, and then when you're ready, shoot the greater demon. Now make sure he doesn't die. When he's about to die, you can get low, but we can't let him actually die. Just before he dies, we press escape to pause the battle, and then we concede. I think he might have actually just died, but we still got the defeat because we managed to press concede before the end battle actually realized he was dead. There is usually a bit of a pause after the last guy dies, so if you're brave enough, you can wait till after he dies, but I usually concede just before he dies. And now we're going to get all of the schematics from all of the damage we did to every one of those units, but the battle's not won, so we can just keep doing this battle as many times as we want. We took fairly minimal damage. I'd be comfortable going straight back into this battle and doing it again. You can probably do it 3 or 4 times a turn without needing to replenish. The more skillful you are and the better units you've got, obviously, the less damage that you'll take. And we got 1,645 schematics out of that. It's not as much as you could potentially get from a massive field battle against a black powder faction when you get a lot of captives, but the fact that this is repeatable, you can do this infinitely. You do this as many times as you like if you've got a strong enough army and you're careful. You also get a ton of experience. We're on turn 43 now, but all of these characters are max level. This guy's just about to be max level, and I've taken mentor on these guys as well, so all of this experience that we're getting is actually leveling up our other characters in our other armies. You also have a 10% chance to get a student follower every time one of your heroes levels up on the same turn that you finish researching a technology. So every time you finish a technology, you might want to farm the quest battle a few extra times that turn, and now we can just go straight back in and do the quest again if you like. Just by opportunistically attacking any gunpowder factions that I can and getting as many captives as I can, that's been giving us thousands of schematics. Plus every turn we farm this quest battle 2 or 3 times. That's another 4,500 schematics on average every single turn from farming the quest battle. And all it costs you 500 gold to teleport there. What you could do is actually just camp on the quest battle marker and just keep walking onto it. Then you'd be able to walk onto it probably like, 20 times in a single turn, and it wouldn't cost you any gold. The only thing there is that there's the sort of opportunity cost of having your army that costs like 4,000 gold sitting right on top of this and just not doing anything else other than farming this, which is great for schematics. You'd get thousands and thousands of schematics, but you'd be spending 4,000 gold and not getting any gold from it because you don't get gold for losing the battle. There is sort of a solution to that though. What you can do is occupy 3 of the regions around it and build this Garden of Moor with the Militia of Moor building. Gives you minus 25% upkeep for local armies and armies in adjacent regions. So if you build 3 of them, if you build one in Beckhaven, one in Naganoff, and one in Essen, or one in Griffinwood, well, you can build 4 of them, I guess, and then you'd have 0 upkeep, right? 25% reduced for all of those. But even with 3 of them plus Elspeth's upkeep reduction, you get your army upkeep down to almost nothing. But I still wouldn't recommend that. I just had Elspeth's army going around fighting as normal, and then at the end of each turn, when I'm about to get replenishment anyway, if my army is still in reasonably good shape, like it is now, then I would just fight a couple of quest battles and then just replenish the damage over the end turn. There are some downsides. One of them is the traits that you'll get. So she's got Fears Chaos, Fears Khorne, Fears Nurgle, Fears Slanesh, Fears Zeech. Fighting any one of these, you'd have a -3 leadership penalty, but it's very ignorable. Unfortunately, these 5 traits do count towards your trait cap. So that's 5 less unique traits that you're going to be able to get on Elspeth. It's up to you whether it's worth the ability to farm the quest battle for extra schematics whenever you need. It's only turn 43. I've already unlocked everything that we can for all of these units that we actually use. In the Amethyst army, we've got Ironsides fully upgraded, Amethyst Outriders fully upgraded. We've also recruited 8 Outriders and 8 Ironsides. The only thing that's holding us back from being able to max everything out is growth, because you need to get to tier 5 to be able to build the Nuln Gunnery School, and that's the last thing you need to do to be able to unlock the landship. Probably take another 10 turns or more to actually get to tier 5, but by that time we'll have tens of thousands more schematics to be able to unlock everything as soon as we've got it available. Of course, you don't need to go the evil Elspeth route and prey on other Empire factions, and you don't need to farm the quest battles. These are just a couple of little things you can do to get a little bit of a leg up, but you can definitely get plenty of schematics by just focusing on gunpowder faction enemies. Make sure you do all of your damage in battle with your gunpowder units and run down as many of those gunpowder enemies as you can after the battle for extra schematics from captives.